Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Is the heat giving him some kind of mirage and he thought he saw a fourth down someplace? It's not fourth down, and the punt team's on the field. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Touchdown, Ohio State. The special teams with a special moment. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. That Alabama offense. That last possession, the early punt, losing track of the downs, whatever it was, David, that was a fireable offense. They better atone here.
I mean, that is unbelievable. That no one catches that? Like the first coach, the second coach, maybe a player. Hey, it's not fourth down, and we punted the football. I got nothing for him.
The only dude who liked that play call was the punter.
Analytics replaced with idiotics.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll lead the offense out there on 4th down. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Gets set, 1st down. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Snares it outside. It's Smith. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, it's Howard. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. Now, this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Working the middle, it's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Alabama 3.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
On the run, it's Judkins. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ohio State 21, Alabama 3.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Now on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. They'll leave it with him. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. He's got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Haynes. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They'll go 4 wide. Twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. No huddle, offense to the line. He's going to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the single range.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass, it's Howard. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points points on the board before the break. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The DBs will back off a bit. To the air, it's Howard. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Ohio State 21, Alabama 3.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pulls it in on the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
To the air, it's Howard. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
And he makes the catch inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
They'll go to the air. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a body.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They're trying to get to it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Running toward the tape. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Floating away. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. And the defense gets to it.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires downfield. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Finds his man. It's Law. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. He's right on target. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Leaves it with the running back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Running back searching for a hole. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Ohio State 28, Alabama 3.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in. It's ball. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. A 1st down for the offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the tailback. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free. The pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able.
Going for it all. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space. Touchdown tie. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense starts with a short field. They'll throw it on first down. With the catch, it's Henderson. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone and swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Touchdown, Ohio State. And the punishment has been extended. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jeff.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today, but build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Man, this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and they're in for a touchdown late in this game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
That is a perfectly executed onside kick. Great job by the kicker, making sure the ball goes 10 yards, and then how about the kicking team diving on top of that ball?
Here comes that Alabama offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up with it.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Got out of trouble and throws. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The offense will use a timeout clock as stopped with 22 seconds left. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most of the time when you do this, the ball game is in.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff, and these guys...